Everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada, and you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. Here it is, July 1st. Happy Canada Day to everyone in Canada. Hope you are able to spend some time enjoying at least the sunshine. Hopefully it's sunny where you are, and enjoying some time with your family and friends. I know there might not be many people on actually live today, but if you are able to watch on the replay after you get home, hopefully you'll enjoy this card. I'm going to be using the One Horse Open Sleigh or the Horse and Sleigh suite that is coming up as an online exclusive that you will be able to order as of July 6th. It's also bonus days coming up, which is always a great thing. So if you spend $60 in Canada, you will get a coupon for $6 to use in August. So I wanted to show off this One Horse Open Sleigh. It has a vintagey kind of feel, so that's kind of what I'm aiming for with my card today. So I'm going to switch over and we'll get started. My husband's drilling downstairs, I just realized, so hopefully you can't hear that. All right, so this is the Horse and Sleigh bundle. So you have, these images are 80%, so the images are actually bigger. So you really are, if you're using the Horse and Sleigh, you're probably making, unless you cut them apart, making a landscape card. And then you've got some tree dies, you've got these dies to cut the tree out, some snow. You've got the runners. So this cuts out, I'll show you this, it cuts out the runners. For the sleigh, and this kind of swoop cuts out the shape of the kind of the swoop of the sleigh. And then you've got this little hair, I think it's like a winter hair, and there's a die to cut that out. And some really nice sentiments for the holiday season. Okay, let's get started and see how close to a vintage card I can actually make. So this is what I've chosen. Pool Party, which is kind of has a Pool Party and Early Espresso have a vintagey kind of feel to me. I love that color combination, especially. It's kind of unusual for Christmas. It's hard to say at Christmas when it's like 20, I don't know what it is, 20, well, it's only 19 degrees today in Canada. So 19 Fahrenheit, or Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. This is one of the pieces of designer series paper. The paper is absolutely stunning in this suite. So one side is patterns with all scenery, and the other side, I love this one too, with the all the trees. All right, now I'm going to do something that everybody's going to go, don't do that. But vintagey to me means scrunch. So I'm going to scrunch up my designer series paper. I know that will hopefully make it look nice. If you're watching, tell me where you're watching from. All right, the other thing I'm going to do is I've got some crumb cake, and I've got a small blending brush. So I'm going to try and do a little bit of just kind of distressing. That's the word I was thinking. Distressing the edges, which of course is very vintage. We used to do this all the time. I don't distress my edges of my projects very often. Not sure why, just seem to have moved away from it. Hey, Lynette. So, but it definitely, I think it kind of adds that vintagey feel to it. Now, I'm going to try and just kind of brush over some of these kind of ridges and spots that I kind of made when I crunched my paper up. And I'm just going over that really lightly with my brush just to add some distressing to it. Okay, I think that's enough. Now we're going to take and sort of kind of spread that out, smooth that out, but not completely. So I'm going to use liquid paper, or liquid glue. I'm talking about liquid glue. All right, and then we're just going to take and I don't want to flatten it completely. I want to be able to see the distressing on it, and I maybe should have used tear and tape, so we'll see if this actually sticks. I may pull it off. I think I'm going to pull it off because it's not sticking real well. Oh, yay, Amanda. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to use tear and tape because I'm just feeling, and I'm just going to use it on the edges because I don't want it all to glue down or stick down. But I think it's going to stick better than with the liquid glue, given all these kind of ridges in it. I'm gonna be careful and not, I don't like getting glue on my fingers, so I've got glue on this thing. So I'm just going to pull these down part way, and as I put it onto my piece, I can then kind of pull these off, pull the backing off. But this just allows me to kind of partly get it stuck down. I did this the other night in a card as well, if you noticed. There we go, like that, and one more. I'm not sure who said this is going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting on Facebook. Don't forget to give permission for StreamYard. Go to streamyard.com/Facebook to give permission so I could actually see who's commenting. Again, I'm just going to press down lightly around the edges, which is where I put my tear and tape, so that I keep some of that distressing. There we go. Okay, that's better. That's sticking much better than it was. All right, now I'm going to leave that for the moment. I went ahead and stamped. Gian, welcome. I stamped already the horse and sleigh, and I stamped it on crumb cake because I just thought it kind of went with the scene and made it look a little bit more vintagey than white. And I used early espresso. And I'm just going to take and distress this kind of like I did, just to make it a little bit. I'm not going to scrunch this. You can see how big it is. It really does cover most of the size of the cardstock when it's landscape. So I think you could cut it and make it a little bit. I've made a Z or Z fold card with it. It works really well for that. So there we go. I think that's enough. Maybe we'll just kind of go over the horse a little bit. All right, then these are the pieces that you cut out. So I've already gone ahead and cut out 2 of these. This is the runners, and then that's that swoop from Distressed Gold. And now I'm going to get my really dirty, grungy silicone mat. And it worked way better, and I never think of it until after I've cut it. I think I say that every time I do this. If you used adhesive sheets, but of course I didn't. So this kind of goes along the top of the sleigh, that swoop along the top of the sleigh, like that. Kind of position it in place. There we go. And if you color this with blends on basic white, hey Felicia, no, you can watch on the replay if you've missed. If you do this on white and then color it with blends, I've colored it in like real red or misty moonlight, and it looks really nice. I think it'll look nice, the gold. It just kind of sets off that sleigh. If you can see that gold, it's just really pretty. Just a nice addition. Okay, so I need to add some twine to this. So where am I going to add my twine? I think I'm going to add my twine. Where is my twine? Here it is. So this is the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and this is the crumb cake. It seems to me, I don't know, I think I've got a part one that I should have used. All right, I'm going to wrap this around this way, just because my horse and sleigh is going to cover it if I do it across the bottom. So I'm just going to cut that, and I'm going to tie a bow sideways. There we go. If it's loose, in this case, it's a little bit loose. It's a really big bow. Let's try and make it a little bit smaller, a little daintier. There we go. And then trim it. There we go. So if it's loose, you can use a glue dot on the back of it. And if you want to move it up a little bit, because I think I need to shift it up a little bit so my my horse and sleigh don't cover it completely. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to use dimensionals on my horse and sleigh. All right. So hopefully you think, I don't know, I think this has kind of got a vintagey feel to it. That's what I'm going for. But I've been having so much fun with this. So again, this One Horse Open Sleigh suite comes out on July 6th. There is also, it's called Timeless Charm. And there will be some other ones. I just don't know exactly what they are at this point in time. So the Stampin' Up! Releases online exclusives, I think 3 times a year. So we only get to see some of them, and we get to be surprised. The one that I think everybody's waiting for, we've seen sneak peeks, and it's the truck punch with a stamp set. Hello, Pam. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to have a bit of a promotion. If you buy the truck bundle, I will send you a tutorial with some not supplies. Oh, I forgot some basic weight. With some projects in it. Okay, so now I need a sentiment on here. I think I'm going to stamp my sentiment on this piece of crumb cake in early espresso. I had thought about stamping it right on the Designer Series paper, which I should have done before I scrunched it up, but we will stamp it on this piece. And I'm just going to cut it out so that I can cut around it a little easier. I was going to cut just a rectangle, but I think it will cover up so much of this really pretty Designer Series paper. So we'll kind of trim around it a little bit. All right, like that. And then some dimensionals. Got 3 dimensionals without backings on them, so they're sticking to my fingers. All right, there we go. I don't know, does that feel vintagey to you? I think it does. I'm going to say it does. Now, I pulled out, these are the Sparkle Gems. They're in neutral colors, so I thought that they would go really nicely with this. They come in black, white, or black, silver, and kind of a coppery color. I'm going to use the coppery color on here. There's a little one somewhere. There we go. One, and then another big one. These are, oopsie, that one came off. Okay, so we'll put that back on, one there. Let's get another one. So if you've signed up for your Creativity Awaits kit, we are using this for that this month as well. Let's get another sentiment out here. This one that says, no, not that one. The one that says, and a Happy New Year. I'm also using it for my Stamp-A-Stack. So if you're interested and you live in Canada, I have a Stamp-A-Stack starting this month. Today is the last day to sign up for it. It's 5 months, and each month we will make a 4 different cards. You'll make 2 of each, $35 or free with a $35 order. If you live in outside of where I live and I have to mail it, it would be $40. So if you're interested, you could still sign up for that. We are using this for July, the One Horse Open Sleigh Suite. So we will do it for 5 months, and you will be all ready for your Christmas cards. There we go. So there's my kind of vintagey feel using the Horse and Sleigh or the One Horse Open Sleigh bundle. So stay tuned for that coming out July 6th, which I believe is Thursday. So it, as well as all of the other online exclusives, and again, apologies for that drilling. All of the other online exclusives will be available that day, and bonus days start. So again, in Canada, if you spend $60, you will get a coupon for $6 that you can use in August. What a great deal that is. And then if you're interested in the truck bundle, I will have that promotion on. I know it's hard to think about Christmas, Pam, in July when it's so nice and warm, but it's always good to get your cards ready. All right, I will be back live on tomorrow at 12 noon, so hopefully you can join me then. Have a great Canada Day for those of you celebrating, and we will see you tomorrow. Happy stamping. Bye.